Namaste. Good evening. Welcome to Yin Yoga with Stacy. We won't be going through a full sequence today. I'm going to guide you through one of my all-time favorite Yin Yoga poses. And I have to tell you, it hasn't always been my favorite. But because of Yin Yoga, the style of yoga that it is, it became my favorite pose to practice. If you're new to Yin Yoga, and you are one of those people like me who is fast paced and wants to keep going, then you're going to recognize right away that Yin Yoga gives us a chance to slow down. In this fast paced world that we're living, Yin Yoga gives us the opportunity to really slow down and get into our bodies, really heightening that mind-body connection. Yin Yoga it aims to do a few poses held for a long period of time, using your breath to go a little bit deeper, surrender, and let go. It allows our bodies to be more flexible, massaging the internal organs, giving a chance for the fascia, the tension in the body to release. So before we get started, I'm just gonna ding the singing bowl. This is the root chakra. So we're gonna ground down. We'll take our sitting bones, close your eyes, rest your shoulders back. Take a nice big deep belly breath in. Hold it at the top and then exhale, let it out. We'll stay like that for a couple more breaths and just listen to the sounds of the singing bowl. Vibrations of that sound to travel through the ear canals right down to those sitting bones, grounding you. Let's do 3 ohms together, inhaling. Big belly breath in and exhale out the nose, nice, steady, and slow. Open up your eyes. For this pose, we will need a bolster or some pillows. You can even roll up an extra mat, some blankets around that mat. And we're gonna use the bolster underneath our bodies. So we're gonna place it like this, vertical on our mats. And then we're gonna widen out the knees. Now, if you have some knee injuries, don't hesitate to double up the mat or get some blankets underneath your knees. And we're gonna go as wide as we can with our knees. And then look behind you and make sure that your knees and your ankles are aligned. And then we're gonna flex those feet. Toes are pointing to either side of the room. And you can stay here for a few breaths before we lower our body down. And you can even maybe tiny bit shift the hips back and see how that feels. Just getting to know the body a little bit, breathing. Shifting those hips back a little bit more. And then once you're ready, we'll lower onto the elbows. And same thing, we can kind of navigate our bodies up and back a little bit. Inhaling and exhaling. And then I'll put you on the clock. We'll be on the clock for the next 2 minutes as we really begin to release and surrender into happy frog pose. I can't remember if I said happy baby at the beginning. I feel like in my mind I always say happy baby, but this is happy frog. Okay, and since it is happy frog, why don't we put a little smile onto our faces? And if smiling is not possible because it's a pretty intense hip opener, groin stretch, then you can just use your breath and push that out breath to the groin, to the hips. Breathing, grounding down through the feet, through the knees, and then really allowing the belly and the chest and the chin to fall on that bolster, onto your support. If you want to go a little bit, you want to stay a little bit longer, then you can place your ear on the side and just pretend you're falling asleep here, using your breath. You can even reach your hands out, press your palms into the ground, and take your hips back a little bit deeper. Rest the arms. Keep breathing. We're almost halfway through. Inhale, nice, steady breath. Exhale, push that breath to the area that needs it the most. Relax a little deeper, surrendering a little bit more. We're at the halfway point. You can switch ears. With each exhale, we're invited to surrender a little bit more. Filling up the body with breath on the inhale and pushing every last bit of the breath out on the exhale, grounding down. You are in a safe place. You are held by Mother Earth here beneath you. And at any time, if you feel threatened, you can come out into child's pose. But ask yourself, can I fall a little bit deeper with the use of my breath? And without judgment, asking yourself how it feels in the knees, in the hips, in the groin, in the shoulders, all over the body. Remember that smile, if you can muster a smile. Okay, we have reached our time in our frog pose. If you're ready to release, we're just going to bring the toes together, press our hands into the mat, and then bring our knees into tabletop position. Relax the feet. We can do a little shifting forward and back. And then rest back into child's pose.